How to get rid of diabetes in short time. Naturally. Hello and welcome to today's video where I'm going to show you the best solution in order to get rid of diabetes, blood sugar problems, in short time. Naturally. About 422 million people worldwide have diabetes, the majority living in low and middle income countries. And 1.5 million deaths are directly attributed to diabetes each year. Both the number of cases and the prevalence of diabetes have been steadily increasing over the past few decades. Diabetes is a major cause of blindness, kidney failure, heart attacks, stroke and lower limb amputation. Poorly controlled diabetes increases the chances of these complications and premature mortality. Type 2 diabetes is more likely to occur in people who are over the age of 40, overweight, or have a family history in diabetes. Over the past decade, the incidence of type 2 diabetes has been increasing in adolescents and the young adult population. According to recent research, type 2 diabetes cannot be cured. That's not true. The good news is, we can get rid of them if we try hard and patiently every day. Go on to learn more about your options. But before we dive into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let's discuss in more details. What is diabetes? Diabetes is a chronic, long-lasting health condition that affects how your body turns food into energy. Blood sugar, or glucose, is used by your body for energy. When you eat, it's created by many of the carbohydrates you're consuming. Glucose is either used right away or stored in your cells. Insulin helps keep the glucose in your blood within a normal range. It does this by taking glucose out of your bloodstream and moving it into cells throughout your body. The cells then use the glucose for energy and store the excess in your liver, muscles, and fat tissue. Too much or too little glucose in your blood can cause serious health problems. Besides diabetes, it can cause serious health problems, such as heart disease, vision loss, kidney disease and blood vessel problems. When your blood sugar goes up, it signals your pancreas to release insulin. Insulin acts like a key to let the blood sugar into your body's cells for use as energy. What is insulin? With diabetes, your body doesn't make enough insulin or can't use it as well as it should. Without insulin, the glucose remains in your bloodstream, which can lead to dangerous complications like hyperglycemia. Along with glucose, insulin helps amino acids enter the body's cells, which builds muscle mass. Insulin also helps cells take in electrolytes like potassium, which keeps your bodily fluids level. Too much blood sugar stays in your bloodstream. Over time, that can cause serious health problems, such as heart disease, vision loss, and kidney disease. Cells in every part of your body need energy to function and remain healthy. Insulin provides the glucose that cells use for energy. When insulin enters your bloodstream, it helps cells throughout your body, including in your central nervous system and cardiovascular system, to absorb glucose. It's the circulatory system's job to deliver insulin. As long as the pancreas produces enough insulin and your body can use it properly, blood sugar levels will be kept within a healthy range. A buildup of glucose in the blood, hyperglycemia, can cause complications like nerve damage, neuropathy, kidney damage, and eye problems. Symptoms of high blood glucose include excessive thirst and frequent urination. Too little glucose in the blood, hypoglycemia, can make you feel irritable, tired, or confused. Low blood sugar can lead to loss of consciousness. Insulin helps your cells use glucose for energy. When cells can't use the extra glucose, they begin to burn fat for energy. This process creates a dangerous buildup of chemicals called ketones. Ketones are chemicals the body produces when it breaks down fat for energy. If too many ketones accumulate in the body, they can become toxic. This is because they make the blood more acidic. Your body tries to get rid of the ketones through your urine, but sometimes it can't keep up. This can lead to a life-threatening condition called diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA. Symptoms include sweet-smelling breath, dry mouth, nausea, and vomiting. Types of diabetes. There are three main types of diabetes: type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. Diabetes while pregnant. 1. Type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is thought to be caused by an autoimmune reaction, the body attacks itself by mistake. This reaction stops your body from making insulin. Approximately 5–10% of the people who have diabetes have type 1. Symptoms of type 1 diabetes often develop quickly. It's usually diagnosed in children, teens, and young adults. If you have type 1 diabetes, you'll need to take insulin every day to survive. 2. Type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes, the most common form of diabetes, is caused by several factors, including lifestyle factors and genes. You are more likely to develop type 2 diabetes if you are not physically active, and are overweight or have obesity. Extra weight sometimes causes insulin resistance and is common in people with type 2 diabetes. The location of body fat also makes a difference. Extra belly fat is linked to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and heart and blood vessel disease. With type 2 diabetes, your body doesn't use insulin well, insulin resistance, and can't keep blood sugar at normal levels. About 90–95% of people with diabetes have type 2. It develops over many years and is usually diagnosed in adults, but more and more in children, teens, and young adults. You may not notice any symptoms, so it's important to get your blood sugar tested if you're at risk. What is insulin resistance? Insulin resistance is a condition that affects your body's ability to use insulin effectively, and may be linked to several other health issues. Insulin is a hormone that your pancreas secretes. It regulates the amounts of nutrients circulating in your bloodstream. Although insulin is mostly involved in blood sugar regulation, it also affects fat and protein metabolism. When you eat a meal that contains carbs, the amount of sugar in your bloodstream increases. The cells in your pancreas sense this increase and release insulin into your blood. Insulin then travels around your bloodstream, telling your cells to pick up sugar from your blood. This process helps regulate blood sugar levels and prevent high blood sugar, which can have harmful effects if left untreated. However, cells sometimes stop responding to insulin correctly. This is called insulin resistance. When you have this condition, your pancreas produces even more insulin to lower your blood sugar levels. This leads to high insulin levels in your blood, known as hyperinsulinemia. Over time, your cells may become increasingly resistant to insulin, resulting in a rise in both insulin and blood sugar levels. Eventually, your pancreas may become damaged, and this can lead to decreased insulin production. If your blood sugar levels exceed a certain threshold, you may receive a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. Insulin resistance is the main cause of this common condition, which affects more than 9% of adults worldwide. What causes insulin resistance? Many factors contribute to insulin resistance. One possible cause is increased levels of free fatty acids in your blood, which can cause cells to stop responding properly to insulin. The main causes of elevated free fatty acids are consumption of too many calories and the presence of excess body fat. In fact, overeating, weight gain, and obesity are all strongly associated with insulin resistance. Visceral fat, the harmful belly fat that can accumulate around your organs, may release many free fatty acids into your blood, as well as inflammatory hormones that drive insulin resistance. Although insulin resistance is more common among people with overweight or obesity, anyone can develop it. 3. Gestational diabetes. Gestational diabetes develops in pregnant women who have never had diabetes. If you have gestational diabetes, your baby could be at higher risk for health problems. Gestational diabetes usually goes away after your baby is born. However, it increases your risk for type 2 diabetes later in life. Your baby is more likely to have obesity as a child or teen and develop type 2 diabetes later in life. Generally speaking, type 2 diabetes are the most common disease among the three of them. You should pay close attention on them. Checkup regularly is the good option. Common symptoms of type 2 diabetes. Over 25 million people in the US have type 2 diabetes. However, the majority of individuals with diabetes are not aware they have the condition, due to the fact that the symptoms seem more like annoyances than signs of a dangerous condition. It is always important to know the most common symptoms, in order to be better aware of any conditions you might be facing. Here are the most common symptoms of type 2 diabetes. 1. Numbness. Numbness that starts as a tingling in the hands, fingers, legs, and feet is often an early warning sign of diabetes. 2. Increased urination. Typically, diabetes sufferers claim they have an overwhelming urge to urinate, and when they do urinate, the amount is quite significant. 3. Weight loss. Rapid and unexplained weight loss is common with diabetes, because the body can't absorb glucose, sugar, properly. 4. Increase in appetite. An increase in appetite often comes with sudden weight loss, which may make you feel fortunate at first, because you feel like you can eat anything you want without consequences. 5. Blurry vision. You may already know that diabetes can lead to vision issues and even blindness if left untreated. 6. Itchy, dry skin. Type 2 diabetes can affect every part of the body, including the skin. When diabetes affects blood circulation, our sweat glands will often become dysfunctional, resulting in dehydrated, flaky, itchy, and irritated skin. 7. Unexplained fatigue. Fatigue is one of the most prevalent and frustrating symptoms of diabetes. Sudden fatigue can disrupt every aspect of your life, e.g., social, career, family life. 8. Unquenchable thirst. We've already established that type 2 diabetes can cause increased urination, both in frequency and amount of urine purged from the body with each bathroom break. The increased urge to urinate will rapidly lead to a state of dehydration. 9. Slow healing cuts or bruises. You might notice that healing takes much longer than normal if you suffer a cut or bruise. Wounds, burns, abrasions, or sores that take more than a few weeks to heal are prone to infection, and often require medical treatment. 10. Irritated gums. Oftentimes, type 2 diabetes sufferers notice that their gums become red, swollen, and irritated. They might also literally see the gums receding from the teeth and experience gum infections, eventually resulting in gum disease. 11. Dry mouth. Dry mouth is another symptom of type 2 diabetes. In fact, it's considered one of the most common, and can affect those with type 1 diabetes as well. 12. Frequent yeast infections. While many women experience yeast infections, candidiasis, frequent recurrences may be indicative of type 2 diabetes. 13. Dark patches of skin. The dryness and itchiness mentioned earlier aren't the only skin problems that can affect those with type 2 diabetes. In some cases, that patches of dark, velvety skin in the folds and creases of their bodies may develop. 14. Erectile dysfunction. In men, type 2 diabetes may cause troubles getting or maintaining an erection, which is also known as erectile dysfunction, ED. 15. Frequent or recurring infections. Experiencing frequent or recurring infections is another red flag for type 2 diabetes. Bladder infections, in particular, are especially common among diabetics, due to elevated blood sugar levels. 16. Headaches. One of the most common sources of pain humans experience are headaches. While they can appear due to many health reasons, headaches can also be an indicator of type 2 diabetes. 17. Nerve damage. Some people with type 2 diabetes will experience nerve damage. This condition is formally known as diabetic neuropathy and is likely caused by high blood sugar levels. 18. Loss of consciousness. People with type 2 diabetes may feel faint, dizzy, or completely lose consciousness. It occurs when blood sugar levels drop too low. Severe drops in blood sugar can make you pass out. How to prevent diabetes? In order to prevent diabetes or stop them get worsened, you should pay more attention on the following information. 1. Avoid stress. Stress, especially chronic stress, can raise blood sugar levels and increase insulin resistance. You may be able to recognize when you're under stress and may also know that it elevates levels of the hormones that, in turn, raise blood glucose. If stress doesn't go away, it can keep your blood sugar levels high and put you at higher risk of diabetes complications. 2. Avoid smoking. We now know that smoking is one cause of type 2 diabetes. In fact, people who smoke cigarettes are 40% more likely to develop type 2 diabetes than people who don't smoke. The more cigarettes you smoke, the higher your risk for type 2 diabetes. 3. Avoid overweight. Obesity, the biggest risk factor for diabetes. In fact, obesity is believed to account for 80–85% of the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. While recent research suggests that obese people are up to 80 times more likely to develop type 2 diabetes than those with a BMI of less than 22. 4. Avoid bad daily dietary. Eating unhealthy foods can have a number of effects on the body, including weight gain and high blood sugar levels. A. Avoid processed meats. Processed meats, such as bacon, ham, salami or beef jerky, contain many harmful chemicals. They have also been linked to diseases such as cancer and heart disease in numerous studies. B. Avoid full-fat dairy products. Full-fat dairy products primarily contain saturated fat, the bad fat, which increases the risk of heart disease. As well, because higher fat foods naturally contain more calories, full-fat dairy products may contribute to an increased risk of obesity. C. Avoid packaged snacks and processed baked goods. Most packaged pastries, cookies and cakes are made with refined sugar, refined wheat flour, and unhealthy fats, such as shortening, which is high in trans fats. As well, the carbohydrates in processed foods are usually refined, simple carbohydrates, which cause rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. D. Avoid white carbohydrates. The white carbohydrates in white bread, rice and pasta all have virtually no nutritional value. They can also cause blood sugar spikes and weight gain. E. Avoid sweetened breakfast cereals. Breakfast cereals are some of the most commonly consumed processed foods that are high in added sugars. In fact, most of them list sugar as the second or third ingredient. Starting the day with a high-sugar breakfast cereal will spike your blood sugar and insulin levels. Excess consumption of sugar may also increase your risk of obesity, as well as heart disease and cancer. F. Avoid French fries. Because French fries are deep-fried in oil that contains unhealthy saturated fats, they are very high in fat and calories. This can pose a number of serious health risks, for example, heart disease and obesity. If you eat French fries on a regular basis, French fries may also contain a lot of salt, which can contribute to increased blood pressure levels. G. Avoid higher fat cuts of meat. Meats that are higher in fat include beef or pork ribs, prime rib, ribeye steak and beef brisket. A number of studies have shown that consumption of high-fat meats, especially red meat, is associated with an increased risk of heart disease and cancer. H. Avoid foods with trans fats or high amounts of saturated fats. Avoid cakes, pies, donuts and cookies, especially when they have frosting, crackers and potato chips, fried fast foods, and frozen pizza. Trans fats and saturated fats have no known benefit to human health. They also increase low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and decrease high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, the good cholesterol. I. Avoid sugary foods. Everyone craves sugary foods at some point, whether it's chocolate, cake, or candy. However, foods that are high in added sugar usually contain no protein or fiber, so they can cause your blood sugar levels to spike quickly and then drop sharply. Sugary foods are also associated with increased weight gain when eaten regularly. We already know what should avoid to prevent or not to trigger diabetes worsen. Now let's find out how we can get rid of diabetes in shortest period, naturally. Although it's hard, but if you follow this solution closely and patiently, for sure we can achieve it. 3. Upgrade to superfoods that help AMPK activation. Type 2 diabetes is characterized by abnormal metabolism of glucose and fat, due in part to resistance to the actions of insulin in peripheral tissues. If untreated, it leads to several complications such as blindness, kidney failure, neuropathy and amputations. The benefit of exercise in diabetic patients is well known, and recent research indicates that AMP-activated protein kinase, AMPK, plays a major role in this exercise-related effect. AMPK is considered as a master switch regulating glucose and lipid metabolism. The AMPK is an enzyme that works as a fuel gauge, being activated in conditions of high-energy phosphate depletion. AMPK is also activated robustly by skeletal muscle contraction and myocardial ischemia, and is involved in the stimulation of glucose transport and fatty acid oxidation produced by these stimuli. In liver, activation of AMPK results in enhanced fatty acid oxidation and decreased production of glucose, cholesterol, and triglycerides. The two leading diabetic drugs, namely metformin and rosiglitazone, show their metabolic effects partially through AMPK. Chemical activation of AMPK in vivo with 5-aminoimidazole 4-carboxamide ribonucleoside, ICAR, improves blood glucose concentrations and lipid profiles, make this enzyme an attractive pharmacological target for the treatment of type 2 diabetes and other metabolic disorders. The following are some superfoods very good for AMPK activation. A. Bitter melon. Bitter melon, also known as Momordica charantia or bitter gourd, is a plant that gets its name from its taste. It grows in a number of areas, including Asia, South America, the Caribbean, and East Africa. People have used bitter melon for a variety of medical conditions over time. Bitter melon is linked to lowering the body's blood sugar. This is because the bitter melon has properties that act like insulin, which helps bring glucose into the cells for energy. The consumption of bitter melon can help your cells use glucose and move it to your liver, muscles, and fat. The melon may also be able to help your body retain nutrients by blocking their conversion to glucose that ends up in your bloodstream. Bitter melon contains many nutrients that can be beneficial to your health. It's linked to lowering blood sugar, which some studies suggest means it can aid in diabetes treatment. Bitter melon is considered a complementary or alternative medicine. How to consume. To prepare it, start by washing the fruit and cutting it lengthwise. Then use a utensil to scoop out the seeds from the center, and cut the fruit into thin slices. Bitter melon can be enjoyed raw or cooked in various recipes. The most popular option is bitter melon soups. Once a day with empty stomach. B. Turmeric. There is strong evidence that turmeric effectively reduces symptoms of diabetes and could even prevent pre-diabetic patients from developing type 2 diabetes. Some of these benefits primarily come from turmeric's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory qualities. Plus, turmeric helps lower blood sugar, increase insulin sensitivity, prevent weight gain. These effects may make it easier to keep blood sugar levels within a healthy range. This is key to diabetes management and preventing long-term health risks associated with the condition. When you eat turmeric, your body quickly eliminates about 90% to the power of 5 of it as waste. Turmeric has to be mixed with other substances to increase your body's ability to absorb it. If you want to take turmeric for diabetes, you'll need to take a turmeric supplement that's been treated to increase its bioavailability. There are many suitable over-the-counter turmeric supplements available that your body can absorb properly. Or, you have other option. Mix a pinch of cinnamon powder in turmeric milk and drink it in the morning. As per various researches, this combination of powerful spices can lower the insulin and triglycerides that are triggered by high-fat meals. They can lower the blood sugar levels to a great extent. See berberine. Berberine is a chemical found in some plants like European barberry, golden seal gold thread, Oregon grape, philodendron, and tree turmeric. Berberine is a bitter-tasting and yellow-colored chemical. It might help strengthen the heartbeat, which could benefit people with certain heart conditions. It might also kill bacteria, help regulate how the body uses sugar in the blood, and help reduce swelling. People most commonly use berberine for diabetes, high levels of cholesterol or other fats in the blood, and high blood pressure. How to use. You can get berberine by consumed fruits or plants or purchase the extract berberine supplements online. Some premium berberine supplements that uses a multi-action formula designed to target blood sugar levels, healthy cholesterol rates, and glucose metabolism. Both men and women can enjoy berberine supplements. 4. Upgrade to Super Daily Dietary with Microgreens. Here we look at the relationship between microgreens and diabetes. What are microgreens? How do microgreens affect diabetes? Are microgreens good for diabetics? If you are with diabetes, your food choices are extremely important. It is important to include healthy food like microgreens into your diet. Microgreens are young vegetables that are generally good for people with diabetes. They are nutrient-rich, high in fiber and low in cholesterol. Microgreens are also high in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants and are low in calories. Eating microgreens can not only help manage your blood sugar level but may help manage the other causes of diabetes, such as obesity, oxidative stress, cancer, and low HDL. They may also lower the risk of the diabetes complications such as cardiovascular diseases. For example, instead of consuming a huge volume of vegetables, you can replace them with microgreens, which are 40 times higher in nutrients. You can add microgreens into your diet by sprinkling them on your food or soup, and adding them to your salads, smoothies and fruit juice. 1. Radish Microgreens. Radish microgreens are quickly becoming one of the most popular among chefs, foodies, and home growers. Not only because of their crisp and bold flavor but because radish microgreens are very nutritious. Compared to radish bulbs, radish microgreens are 5 to 40 times richer in nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, protein, enzymes, and antioxidants. Radish microgreens are a bold and powerful source of nutrients. They provide vital nutrients in abundance, including proteins, essential amino acids, vitamins, polyunsaturated fats, fiber, minerals, and antioxidants. Essential amino acids enable the body to conduct innumerable critical processes for life, including energy regulation, enzymatic functioning, tissue growth and repair, immune functions, neurotransmitter production, and calcium absorption, to name a few. Unlike non-essential amino acids, essential amino acids can't be made by your body and must be obtained through your diet. Radish microgreens contain these essential amino acids that your body needs but can't produce itself. 2. Kale Microgreen. Kale microgreens are super rich in multiple essential nutrients, including the following potential health benefits: vitamin A, vitamin B6, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, calcium, copper, fiber-rich phosphorus, folate, iron, magnesium, manganese, potassium. 3. Sunflower microgreens. Research shows that sunflower microgreens offer excellent nutritional and medicinal benefits. Furthermore, sunflower microgreens are a substantial source of complete protein, containing all the building blocks needed to form the essential amino acids. Sunflower microgreens contain beneficial amounts of the following: vitamin A, vitamin B, complex, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin C, complete protein builders, lecithin, chlorophyll, phytosterols, calcium, copper, manganese, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, iron, selenium, zinc. 4. Pea shoot microgreens. The nutritional value of pea shoots goes way beyond the vitamins and minerals they contain. I'm sure you know that vitamins and minerals are essential building blocks for your body. But the benefits of pea shoots not only help build healthy cells, but also contribute to the destruction of nasty compounds that harm or tear down your body. Everyone has heard of antioxidants and knows they reduce free radicals in your body. Free radicals damage proteins, DNA, and cell membranes. At elevated levels in your body, they can cause harm, and are linked to many common illnesses, including diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. You know how long it takes food to reach your table. You know that growing your own and consuming or preserving it quickly is essential. Vitamins and minerals degrade quickly after harvest. It seems that pea shoots are an exception, mostly. Pea shoots contain carotenoids, including beta-carotene, also known as vitamin A. Carotenoids are fat-soluble antioxidants that have anti-cancer properties by preventing damage to cellular structures. Pea microgreens are also a rich source of folate, B9, which plays a key role in developing and maintaining the body's cells and protecting against DNA damage. Pea shoots contain approximately 8 times more folate than bean sprouts. Vitamin C is a crucial contributor to the development, growth, and repair of all cells and tissues in the body. Pea shoots are extremely rich in vitamin C. Drink alkaline water every day. Alkaline water therapy can reduce blood sugar levels in DM patients. Thus, consumption of alkaline water can be considered as an alternative therapy for DM patients. I recommend drinking 8 to 12 glasses, or 2 to 3 liters, of alkaline water per day to experience optimal benefits. Don't make a fast switch, though transition slowly by mixing up your alkaline water intake. with regular water while you get used to the changes your body's pH levels. 5. Fight diabetes with physical activity. Whether you are at risk for diabetes or are looking for ways to help keep your blood sugar levels in check, get moving. Raises your heart rate. Whether by walking briskly, jogging, bicycling, or swimming. Being active gets your heart pumping, which helps your body use insulin more effectively. Improves blood circulation. Exercise also gets the blood to all organs, especially the kidneys, brain, heart and eyes, which can be injured by poor diabetes management. Adults, with or without diabetes, need at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity physical activity per week. Experts recommend aerobic activity as well as resistance and strength exercises at least twice per week. Exercise may delay the onset of type 2 diabetes and improve diabetes control. You will see amazing results after about a month of applying whatever we just figured out above. Remember, follow these steps closely, patiently every day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. The more you view our video, the better looking you will be. Your perfect health and beauty are our passion, and we will try our best to help you look forever young. If you like this video, please subscribe, share it with your friends and give it a like. Bye bye and have many nice days.